Hey guys, so we're back with another episode of Taco Imposters. Yeah, so I don't have super much planned in this episode, but we'll see what we can talk about. So today is February 10th, 2020, and yesterday was the Oscars, and I watched most of it. I don't know if I watched all of it. No, I did not. I came in and out in certain parts of it, and I know I watched like the end of it and like the beginning of it. Like I watched the start with all the stuff, and then like the singers and the singers, the people singing. I don't know if they're necessarily singers, but they're actors who can sing, and all the stuff. I just realized I watched no movie this year, none, not one that came out last year. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I watched Star Wars. Last Jedi. Not Last Star Wars. Star Wars. What's it called? Oh my gosh. It's called The Rise of Skywalker? Yes, I think it's called The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. Yeah. So, I watched that. The Rise of Skywalker, yeah. That's what it's called. Okay. So I watched The Rise of Skywalker. But that wasn't even the only thing that I saw it get in any kind of like nomination or anything was best score or original score, whatever that was. I don't know if you saw the part where they presented a woman being like, "Oh, it's the first woman to conduct." I think it was like movie scores or score, yeah, something like that. So it's like I think it was like original scores, and they were all nominated for original score or something. Or I don't know. I think it was original score. Yeah, original music, original soundtrack. No, original score. I think it was called. Anyway, so yeah. There was that Korean movie Parasite. I think it's called Parasite. South Korean movie Parasite that like won 3 nominations, and it surprisingly, spoiler alerts, it won for best. Well, spoiler alerts. What do you mean? I was gonna say spoiler alerts, then I realized you can't really spoil that because like if you didn't see it, you'll hear about it. Like you're not gonna be able to watch it back. Can you watch it back? Probably somewhere you can watch it back. Anyway, yeah. So it won for best picture. And it was the first non-English movie. Non-English movie. Where is this? I should move this camera. To win best movie, best film. Or no, what's it called? What's that award's called? Best film? No. God, I'm so bad at this. I don't know any of this. Best picture, I think it's called. Yeah, best picture. I don't know. It looked like a horror movie-esque thing. They didn't really explain it very much. They kind of assume that you've watched at least one of these movies coming in, and I did. But they assume you've watched these movies going into it, and they're like, it's a story about this. And sometimes. Also, the guy was South Korean. He's talking South Korean, or Korean. I think it's just Korean. I don't think there's like a North and a South. But it was just talking Korean, and so you can't exactly get him to go on stage and say, or like go and interview him on the red carpet and tell him about the movie, because he had a translator too, and you could tell that it would take twice as long to do anything, which is it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. Like that's how they got around that, but they could have done a little bit of a better. I don't know how to say. I don't know, because I always say stuff like this. I'm like, oh, you could have done so much better, and then I'm like, yeah, well, what could you have done? And I think to myself, well, what could I have done? And I'm like, oh, well, nothing. And I'm like, isn't there some kind of better way? And they're like, not really. Anyway, but yeah, because the director, I think it was, yeah, he won for, I don't know what he won for. I see 3 nominations, but he won good nominations. So let me look it up. Parasite, Oscars, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Foreign Film. It only won 3, I think. I know it won Best Picture. Parasite, dominated the 2020 Oscars on Historic Night. Yes, okay. What did they win? Okay, let's see what they got. No, because it was nominated for 5. It was nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Foreign Language Film, Best Original Screenplay, Best Production Design, and Best Film Editing. Wow, that's a thing. Wow, okay. And I know it won for Best Picture. I think it won for Best Director? No. I'm going to see if you have it somewhere. You're winning Best Picture. What are the other two? Because all the articles I'm finding are, look, it's great, it won Best Picture, it's amazing. What else were the other two that it won? It won 3. I know it won 3. Blah, 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 blah. Parasite, Bojangles, the film, various social media, blah, 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 20, the 92nd year Historic Academy Awards. Okay, can't find it. Oh, taking... No. I don't know. Okay, can't find it. Let me see if this says it, because it's taking over the Globe. Koreans hail historic Oscar 2020 win for Bing. I think this got for Bing Joon Ho. I think I saw that. I think you would say Bing Joon Ho, Big Joon Ho. I think because it's pronounced or it's spelled BONG JOON-HO. So I think it's Bong Jean, not John, like or June. It's Jun Ho, I think. So let's see. Thrilled Korean celebrating. Can't believe I celebrating Bong many. Hojo is freaking. No, it's not telling me what they won. He added that he was very ready to drink. Yes, okay. For which one? Also, he promoted the government will stand with those in the film industry so that they can stretch their imagination to the fullest. Meanwhile, Bong, okay, an amusing yet sad movie, Parasite, also conveys social messages in a novel, outstanding and successful way. President Moon said, "It reminds us of how touching and powerful a movie can be." He also promised that the government will stand okay. Yeah? Meanwhile, Bong... yeah, but for what? Which one? Let me see. This video showed me anything. Because I was going to do a... Oh, yes. Yes. Before I keep going any further, I'm just going to say it right now. I ran out of... I'm like, oh, I'm going to do every movie from my lifetime. And I've done it. Now what do? Do I go back, past before it? 98, 97, and... I don't know. Top song, I don't know. Because how far are you going to go back? And then it's not... You can only go back so far. So I think I'm done with the movies, the songs, and the big events of those years. Yeah. I did them. They were good, but... That's, I think, a chapter in the past. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. You had a lot of awkward moments last night. I don't know why. But for me, they felt awkward. And there were laughs. There were this, there were that. But for some reason... Where'd he go? What? Where did I go? I just lost the video. Oh god, and then the moment when James Corden come on and James Corden and that other woman. Came on. I don't remember her name. Rebel Wilson, right? James Corden and Rebel Wilson came on as cats. Was James Corden in Cats? Is that what it was, or no? Was Rebel Wilson in Cats? The movie that they made about the movie that they made about the musical, and which I apparently heard was absolutely bad. It's just really bad. Because I don't know if they know how to do that yet. How to do movies and the musicals. Apparently The Greatest Showman was good. But that's not a musical. That's supposed to be a movie. Maybe? It's weird, that one. Because people have done the opposite. They've turned it into a musical from the movie. Cause my friend was in a cooperative musical, you call it kind of like a homeschooling, like a hard to explain, like a community center kind of setup, but more structured. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But he did a play of Greatest Showman, and he called it The Greatest Show on Earth or something like that. Yeah, which is already a movie, so I don't know how they got away with that. But hey, nothing happened to them, so guess it worked. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm not an expert in movies, so don't go and quote me when I say stuff like, this is my opinion. I think, personally, that they don't do musicals great in movies. Kind of like how, when Les Mis came out, people liked it. Like the 2012 Les Mis, it was good. It's just, there's something about it where it was just like, people didn't like how, lifeless some of the things were. Other people were. I don't know. Something about it. It was okay. I don't think it was awful. I think it was pretty good, actually. To be honest with you, I think it was pretty good. But that's because I watched it first, and now I'm like, this is good. And then everything else I watch, I'm like, this is not like this at all. It's like, hey, it's different. So if I watch the one from, the 25th anniversary, I think it is. One that's on VHS, Les Mis. It's like so, I mean, it's not bad, it's really good. It's just that I feel like I'm like, well, I know what I like, and I like the 2012 one, and this one just looks weird. And like, and people would be like, what are you, crazy? That one's amazing. But the same arguments people use for the 2012 one, people use for, I could so easily use for the other one, because the arguments they use are stuff like, there are parts when, well, first of all, the whole movie is sung. The whole thing. No, except for one line, where the priest comes in and goes, I think it's like, brother, you've forgotten. Or no, it's when he's coming in. I don't remember exactly what the line is, but he's coming in. Jean Valjean is coming in to, live with a priest. Or let's just stay with the priest anyway. But yes. Yes. So, the thing he didn't like was it's too... it's too lifeless. So if you look at something like a scene like when when Javert, Russell Crowe is singing Stars, right? He's singing Stars on the top of the bridge, and he's just lifeless, like, there's no life to this at all, and then you're gonna go, yeah, but neither was the 25th anniversary, if that one's considered, not gold standard, but considered good, right? This is considered I don't know, anyway. Getting off on a tangent, but I'm saying, you could use the same arguments there. So, you'd be like, yeah, but because they stood there, because it was very much not a play, that movie. That was a, let's sing. Let's just sing. And that one was 100% sung. Maybe not 100%, but, was just lots of music. And so, now, if you like Les Mis, 25th anniversary is a good one to watch. I don't know where to find it, sorry. I could figure out how to find it, I don't know. But anyway, if you can find it somehow, watch it, because it's good. I think it's 25th. I believe it's 25th. Or 20th? 25th? Around there. Yeah, because when he does Stars, right, at least in the 2012 version, he actually falls off. And the way my same friend who did Phineas, I'm saying it over the, he's a character. The play is called Greatest Showman, right? Or Greatest Show on Earth, whatever. He did Les Mis, years prior, and there, they at least, threw the guy back, and, he, felt like he was falling, and it was good. Jean Valjean character. In that, he fell. So he fell off the thing, in the 2012 version, and he's like, boom. And he fell into the water. You could obviously tell it's a dummy, but it's not like a dummy, not even a stunt double, like a dummy, obviously. Because that's how you can do that without killing someone, hurting someone. But, what else? But, in the 25th anniversary one, he's literally the part where he starts saying when he falls, he's supposed to fall into the water, so if you know it, so it's, no way to go, and he's just standing there screaming into the mic. He has an expression, but he's the rest of his body is just statue. I'm like, why? You couldn't have just at least gone, Knowing you go on, like make it look like you're falling. No, I don't know. I probably talked about this already before. I don't know. But yes. Because in the background, they gave like a background of like, looks like it's falling, but he's just standing there like, it's just weird, it's awkward. Right? So here. They start batting the thing. I don't know, I don't like that part where they start batting at the... And they bat at the... Okay, so we're going back to James Corden and last night, and James Corden and Rebel Wilson. They just bat at that stupid microphone for like a good minute and a half. Like it's stupid. Like a minute. Like... Original screenplay, that's it. It's original screenplay, director, and best picture, I think. So, I didn't like that part. And then it was here.
I'm ready to drink tonight.
When I was in school, I studied Martin Scorsese's films. Just to be nominated was a huge honor. I never thought I would win.
Thank you. I will drink until next morning. Thank you.
Yeah, he won 3 times. And it wasn't even that he had to win a lot. He could have won one, and it would have made a big impact on the industry, showing like we can do more as filmmakers, as like we can, because it's a lot of America this, America that, like, oh, America's the biggest one, filmmaker, it's Hollywood, and then there's like other places, but Canada, a little bit of Canada, but again, it doesn't become a Canadian film, it becomes Americans taking a set, like using a location, I guess you say, in Canada. Like they did Days of Future Past, X-Men Days of Future Past, they filmed a bit of it in Old Port of Montreal here, which is cool. Like it's near me. I was there for a teen, like, center, I could call it, like a teen center summer thing, and we were doing like a scavenger hunt, like a photo scavenger hunt, and we were passing by it, right, and I'm like, no, I wasn't even like that. That I was with someone who knows a lot about that, and he was like, oh, wait, because he saw it, he's like, wait, that's X-Men, and I went, that's X-Men? Wow, that's cool. Because I wasn't really that great, but I was like, that's cool. Like, that's still cool. But anyway. Yes. The Oscars. And then there's, like, British films. But South Korea, like, you can do any part of the world. It was pretty cool. That was pretty good. Yeah, and they won Best Director. So they won Screenplay, Original Screenplay, Best Director, and Best Motion Picture. Like, Best Picture. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's also turning into a little bit too much of everything, because they had that one woman, I don't know her name necessarily, singing at the end. What's her name? I don't even know. She sang it. Sorry, not the end. The beginning of the show, and it was. She did like a Mr. Rogers tribute, but it was not. No offense, it was pretty. In my opinion, because Tom Hanks is sitting in the audience, and I went, why didn't Tom Hanks just do it? And the whole thing was there was no real host, and then Steve Martin and Chris Rock can't come on at one point, and Steve Martin just goes, why is there no host anymore? And then Chris Rock goes, Twitter. Because I know I have embarrassing tweets on Twitter. Like, oh, no. Really? We can't have hosts anymore. Like, there's no one single host. Because both of them hosted the Oscars in the past. So, both Steve Martin, at least they said that. I think, so, I'm pretty sure, yeah. They hosted, that's what they said. They said they hosted the Oscars. I remember both of them. Well, I remember Chris Rock hosting the Oscars. But I don't remember Steve Martin. Maybe it's way before my time. I don't know. But who sang at the Oscars 2020? There you go. Janelle Monáe, Come Alive. Janelle Monáe. And it was like a huge production, and it was like, what is this? She sang at the beginning. She comes on, and she just goes, sings a whole bunch of like. Cause she does the whole thing tribute to. She starts off with a tribute to. Mr. Rogers, right? So she does a thing. She dresses up as Mr. Rogers, and first of all, I'm like, why is it a woman? Mr. Rogers is not a woman. It's like I said with the. I don't know if I said it here, but like I said with the live. What's it called? The live. Oh my gosh. Sounds of Music that they did on ABC, NBC, something. They did like a live musical. They made the head nun a woman. It's the same concept. Like you can't make him a woman. Like I said before, you can't. It's like Washington Irving. Washington. No. Oh gosh. What's his name? Ewan. No. The guy who did James Bond. Let me see. No, go back. Ian Fleming. I think he said once, the thing was he will never be a woman because, well, I don't know, maybe, he was not a woman, like, I don't want him to be a woman, like, the books are a man, like, he's not trying to be sexist, he's just saying it's a woman, it's a man, he's a man, so, like, there, it was like, but why? Could you have gotten a man to do that? I mean, mind you, she was a good singer, don't get me wrong. Like, she didn't sound awful. It's just, I was like, it just felt weird. Just a whole, like, production of, like, huge monster people. And then it's like, what's it called? It was called Come Alive. It's like, and she's trying to be like, oh, the Oscars are coming alive and you're, whatever. And she puts on a flower dress and she goes up to, like, Tom Hanks and, like, she has a hat on and puts it on. I don't know, it's weird. You have to have seen it really to really feel it, but, God, it's weird. It's just bizarre. I didn't love it. I didn't love the Oscars as a whole last night. Because we had that one. No. They had, who else sang? What's his name sang? What's his name? Elton John sang Rocket Man. Elton John and someone else. There's two people always, or multiple people that I just don't know. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? They're always talking about one. I just want a list of what's going on. There we go. I want to know. Blah, 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 blah. That's the other thing, too. They thought that it would be... Or this article from Screen Rant, right, is saying it's screenrant.com/Oscars... what was it? Dang it, I gotta just... Oscars 2020 Comedy Awards. Oscars 2020 comedy Oscars 2020 comedy awards performance songs who / forward slash. Or is that a forward slash? No, back. Yeah, forward slash. No, backslash. This, what? Going this way. And it's not gonna work. Yeah, anyway. So they're saying... See, this, so they're saying here that it'll probably have a bigger flow, and it kind of did, not really. It just didn't have somebody to, like, bring it together. No, not that it was awful. It's just I felt like you needed somebody to bring it together. You needed somebody to be like, let's bring this together. Like, let's keep it a tight thing. It was just kind of everywhere. Which wasn't horrible. It made a different kind of Oscars, but... I don't know. See, this is right here. The 2020 Oscars will be awarded on February 9th. Saw it already. Last night, yesterday, this is all. 2020 in Los Angeles, and the musical performances will appeal to many viewers worldwide. This year, the lineup includes a singer-songwriter legend and even a mini-storm pop star. But the primary theme, of course, will the glory of movies. Wait, what? That's the typo. Look, listen. But the primary theme, of course, will. And you think of that question? No. Will the glory of movies. Huh? Just like last year, the 2020 Oscars won't have a host. Oh yeah, last year's big problem was frickin' that was Chris. No, not Chris. That was Kevin Hart. Yeah. That's why he made the joke. That's why Chris Rock made the joke. Twitter. But if that's really a thing, wouldn't you have not know people? Because if you could find something bad about anybody, why would you? I don't know. You either let go of the past, or just embrace the whole past. And say you're all screwed up, so nobody can do anything. You know, it's a whole other philosophical question of like, well, if we're all bad, why would we do anything? Like, he's not a good person. Nobody's really a good person. So I don't know. Have a host. So the show will hopefully move along at a swift pace, as awards in 24 categories are handed out. Joker tops the nomination list with 11, while The Irishman, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's the other thing about these movies. There were all these weird, not weird, but like, I don't know. There was animated movies, and then I went, that's the animated movies? Like, you didn't have a lot of animated movies. No, because people don't want to make animated movies anymore. I feel like you don't want to make animated movies because it's a lot of like, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of time, and a lot of whatever. Yet I watched a documentary on Disney Plus about the rise of Pixar. Is that what it was called? It didn't go into the too modern enough. I'd love to have seen like way more modern, but it's called. Rise of Pixar. Is that a documentary? The Rise of Pixar. Yes, I think it's called The Rise of Pixar. Okay. The Rise of Pixar. Okay. Yeah, and it basically said that Pixar had a movie every year for like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. One studio. One studio. Now that's a great documentary. If you like, if you have Disney Plus and you like animation and you want to know the history of stuff, that's a great one. The Rise of Pixar. It's like, but only up to 2007. So they don't have like Up. They don't have the Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid. Old Disney. They don't have Up. They don't have what's that one called? The Princess and the Frog. Pixar. Not sure. I don't think so. Let me just see. Princess and the Frog. Is that a Pixar movie or a Disney movie? Where's the Wikipedia article? I want to know. Yeah, they don't have any of that newer stuff. Of course, they don't have anything like Moana or Coco or like that's all within the last 3 years, but still 3-4 years. But they go up to Finding Nemo, which is 2004. Walt Disney Animation Studios. Okay, so it wasn't Pixar. Never mind. But they don't have like Up. That was 2009. They don't go do those movies up there. So, which to me is like, oh, I'd love to have seen them make Up, or they kind of talk about how they got there. It's really a history thing. It's not like how they do this. I didn't know Steve Jobs was so heavily involved in Pixar. He funded the beginning of Pixar, basically. Without Steve Jobs, there would be no Pixar today. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. So. But, without it, yeah. I don't know about that guy. That guy was a little kooky. Little crazy, little weird. But, mind you, he gave me Pixar, so. But that's the thing. I've heard people say, like, yeah, well, almost everybody's crazy. Almost every single artist in some manner or way is crazy. is ridiculous. Is stupid, you know. But yeah, so that's a good. Why did I go to that? Oh yeah, they had movies every year. So they had Toy Story 1, which was 93. A Bug's Life the next year, and then they didn't have any. I don't know. I actually don't know. Let me look it up. Pixar list of Pixar films. There you go. In chronological order. Yes, Toy Story. No. That was 95. I thought it was 93. Someone's got something wrong. Did they say? Maybe I'm just not listening. I think it was 95. Okay. So you have 95, according to Wikipedia. 95, 98, so it wasn't every year. 99. So they had 95 was Toy Story. 98 was A Bug's Life. 99 was Toy Story 2. So it's actually about 2 years. So it's about 2 years to make a movie. Okay. And you have Toy Story 2, which is 99. Then you have Monsters, Inc., which is 2001. Then you have Finding Nemo was 2003? The Incredibles was 2004. That's right. Oh, they went up to Cars. They did. They go up to Cars. That's what they did. They didn't do Ratatouille. I don't think it came out. I don't think it was out by then. Probably not. They didn't even go, well, we're working on a new movie. Because obviously they didn't want to. I don't know. Because they didn't want to show it too early. I don't know. Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up. See? That's the movie that I would have liked to see. WALL-E, Up. Toy Story 3. I went, because they did Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2. And I went, yeah, but if you just waited long enough, you could have had Toy Story 3. But they didn't know there was going to be a Toy Story 3 necessarily at that point. So they were just like, oh, let's make a documentary and we'll just talk about all the movies that we have up to that point. You know? That's the problem with these kind of documentaries. It's not like you can get all the information. You know, they'll always be changing, they'll always be new, they'll always be whatever. So, anyway, it's a good documentary. But they were talking about, yeah, so I went, there were 2 full feature-length, like, theatrical movies, and then a lot of for the animated from the categories from last year, which were Frozen 2 and How to Train Your Dragon 3, which I did not see How to Train Your Dragon 3, but I heard it was okay from what I heard, you know, I don't know. What else? Yeah, so did they win score? Yes. No. They sang Let It Go. They sang How Far Ago? No, that's from what's it called, isn't it? That's from Moana. That song Abandoned? Frozen 2, yeah. The Good Dinosaur. That was a really weird movie. Apparently I heard it was like it was very kid oriented, so Finding Dory was 2016. Cars 3, Coco, Incredibles, Toy Story 4. Oh, yeah. And then you've got upcoming films, Onward and Soul. Yeah. They actually didn't make that many movies. They only made, like... Well, I mean, I'm sure if I looked at Disney movies, and I go, like, regular Disney movies, not on home video, not on home video... Not on streaming services, not on any of that, not the stuff they own, where, like, you could technically say, well, we technically now own, like, 100 movies, 100 new movies, hundreds of movies, thousands of movies, because, like, they own Marvel, and they own Star Wars, and they own all that, like, they own Sony, they own The Simpsons, so, like, that kind of thing, you know? I'm sure it's not as big either, because this is only, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 movies. Which you think, that's not a lot of movies, but then you go, yeah, but if it took this long to make them? Yeah, that's impressive. It's all relative to what it is. 21 YouTube videos, to someone might go, you only had 21 YouTube videos? That's nothing. But even that could be impressive depending on what the video is. But a movie, you go, there's 21 movies on? Wow, okay. That's a lot of movies. Because it takes forever. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyway. So yeah. What's that song called from Frozen? What's your name sang it? From the person who plays or sings. I don't know if they're the same people. Elsa sang the song Frozen 2. It's called Into the Unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. That one. I'm not gonna sing the whole thing. I don't know it. That's all I know. But yes. She sang Into the Unknown. So, and then Billie Eilish at the end. Well, did Elton John sang Rocket Man? Because he was in the movie Rocket Man, I guess. I don't know. Yep. Yes. And then at the end, Billie Eilish sang Yesterday with some other person playing piano. Let me see. Yeah. Phineas O'Connell. He played piano. And then she sang Yesterday. I don't know about that girl. She's weird. She's strange. My mom compared it to Madonna. And how Madonna had a weird face. Where she was just bizarre. So. I was like, I could see that. I was kind of just like, Madonna? What do you mean Madonna? But like, I don't know much of Madonna, but from what I know about Madonna, yeah, she was a little weird. But hey, she wanted to try and be known, so to her, this is how she does it, expresses herself. She's got green hair, and she's long. Her nails were like 2 inches long. It was like weird. Anyway. Now, I don't love her music, but my mom stated, she made the comment, yeah, but you can't say she's not good though. Like, this is good music. She's good. Like, she is good. And I'm like, yeah. I said to her, have you ever heard her music? She's like, no. Her actual music? She's like, no. I said, it's strange to say the least. Weird. When I said weird to say the least. Yeah, and then the foreign films. There were a lot of foreign, like, documentaries. This year was the first year where there was like a foreign film won anything. So, well, won anything I don't know, but won for Best Picture, yes. But usually I see more foreign films, but then I realize those are like usually foreign shorts or foreign other things. I don't know. So there wasn't a lot of foreign films this year. Well, there were a lot of foreign documentaries. There was this skateboarding in a war zone, or learn to skate in a war zone, and then there was other ones. There was like a factory one, that one which was factory workers. What was it called? Two Factories, I think it was called. Is it called Two Factories? Factory. Two Factories, is that what it's called? No. Two Factories. Is it called Two Factories? American Factory. That's what it's called, I think. Is this what I'm thinking of? Yes. Yeah, okay. American Factory, and then there was other ones. I'm trying to remember them, because I'm very bad at retaining a lot of information. Oh, really bad. You could tell me everything, and I'll be like, huh? What? Who? What? Yeah. There are also ones, I don't know, that I just, I just don't, like, because if I don't care about something, I feel, oh, it's a waste of my memory, waste of time remembering it, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, and, if I'm not mistaken, Skateistan was like a school, or an initiative launched to help people learn to skateboard, and you can donate to that cause, and they even had Tony Hawk in the audience, and I was like, so wait, you're associated with it? I'm like, yes, I remember it. I was like, it was coming to me yesterday. I was like, because I heard it months ago, but I was like, oh yeah, isn't he like a teacher or something? Isn't he? Or is he funding it? Something like that. But yeah, Two Factories, stuff like that. Yeah, so with these were foreign documentaries, or these were just documentaries, and then there was foreign films. Foreign films, I think. Yeah, there was a foreign film category, and my mom made the point. She went, "Where do you, or I said, where do you watch these?" And my mom went, "I've asked my father that forever, for like years. Where do you watch these documentary or not the documentaries? That too, but where do you watch something like the foreign films? Because they always have this big thing at the beginning. Oh, culture yourself. Watch these documentaries. Learn about the world." It's like, well, where do we do that? You never explain where to do that. And she went, "I guess Google it. I guess like look it up somewhere." And I said to her, "I wouldn't be surprised if there's a streaming service that comes out for just foreign documentaries or foreign films. Just like here's a foreign film streaming service because that's the best thing right now. The best thing that they do all the time. I'm being sarcastic here, but they always can make another streaming service just to have it for some specific thing. It's like, why couldn't it be on something else? Couldn't it be on? And I wouldn't be surprised if it's on like Netflix. I wouldn't be surprised if you can watch these foreign films on Netflix or on another streaming service that already exists. But I don't know. Yeah, that's the Oscars. It was a fine night. I don't know. I wasn't really invested in this Oscars. I was like, I didn't watch anything. I didn't see anything. I don't really care. I was like, even if I do watch it, which I did, I every time something came up, I was like, I don't know anything about this. And when they won, I'd be like, I'm not invested in this, so I've never seen that movie. I don't really care. I was like, eh. And then I was like, I don't care. I'm just like, oh, you won. Okay. Because usually in the past, at least there would be at least some movies where I'd go, oh yeah, I saw that movie. I want that one to win because I saw it. Like, I know it's good. I saw it. And I was kind of just being stupid. Not stupid, but I was kind of being like, well, I've seen it, so obviously it's got to win. I was being like, not selfish, but like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know what word to use for there, but you probably get what I'm saying. Like, it's trying to be, just because I watched it, I was like, yeah, no, it's got to win, I have no idea whether the other movies were good. I was just like, oh no, it's got to win. I watched it, But, yeah, so, this one I didn't see. I saw one movie that was even nominated this year, and it was Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. That's it. And it wasn't even nominated for anything big. It was nominated for Best Original Score or whatever. So, Original Score, I think it's called. Yeah. So. So, yeah. Yeah, that was the Oscars yesterday. I don't know much to say, but that was the Oscars. And that's the thing. Now this is just my opinion on society. We watch way too many movies in terms of like, we just watch movies. And if you ask a statistic of how many people watch movies, at least in North America, it's a lot of people. Like, it's just nothing else you can do with your life. Like, we don't read nearly as many books. We don't of course they watch TV, but forget that. Like, TV's not, like, 99.9% of TV I think is dead. I think, and it's like holding on to with life support, like, TV, ooh, I gotta pull this out. Oh, we're like sucking, like, trying to like rip out just the tiniest bit of like content out of it. I don't know. They're still promoting all this. I'm like, why? Not that it's a bad thing. It's trying to keep it alive. I obviously understand you can't just say kill all of TV because there's lots of people. There's news channels. There's sports channels. There's movie channels. There's all these stuff that people still use it for. But it's probably, if you got a statistic, like, not even close. Like, it's probably steadily declining in people and usage by people. Like, no. And even if you have TV, a lot of people just go, I have TV, but nothing's on TV anymore. Like, that's what people argue. Because my mom always, every night, my mom, not every night, but frequently my mom goes, okay, what's on TV? And I'm like, nothing! Also, it's because she's watching it at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, so there's not much on at that time anyway, but if she pulls it on at like 6 o'clock at night, you just, because I do this sometimes, I just go onto the TV and I go, what's on still? Like, what's still running? And I go, reruns of stupid stuff I've seen already. Of stuff, not stupid, but you know, like stuff I've seen already, so I don't care. Or shows that I don't like at all, if they're on. Or things you really have to get into to watch. Or there are times when I'll flip through a TV and I'll just go, there's nothing. Just nothing. Nothing anymore. Nothing. Which, because it's going on, we're moving on to like the streaming stuff and the digital stuff and like, which is fine if you had enough content. Or if it wasn't stupid expensive. Because that's the other argument people have. I got rid of cable. I got rid of my $80, $100, $250 cable subscription a month. Cable plan a month. It's like, okay. Right? Just to pay for like 5, 6, 7 streaming services to watch all the content I want for just about the same price. You know? If it all adds up, you know? That can eat you in or barrel you in cost for that. It's crazy. Because that was the whole thing with people. People were like, I can get rid of cable and watch this, that, and the other thing. And yeah, the other thing is, yeah, for a price. There's a price on everything. They realize that they can charge for everything. The thing that I'm not paying a special price for to watch, let's say, Fox News, or watch, like, CBC, or, like, CTV, right? Like the channel, like the TV channel. I just pay for the service and it comes to me and I can watch as much as I want. Because I got a Amazon Fire Stick, okay, in November? Yes, no, October of last year. And it was 2019. And I thought it was going to be good because I was like, we can get rid of all of our cable stuff. But the more I looked into it, the more I went into an app, I'm like, okay, it's a Fox. My dad likes watching like the news stuff, so Fox, CNN, CTV, CBC, stuff like that, where it's like, oh, can I watch this? And then I went, no, without a feed, not without a feed, so that's the thing that, which I understand, right? You have to make money somehow, but there's not a, no, but the other thing was, you're allowed, I hate this, you're allowed 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever of this. And I'm like, what? This is stupid. And the other thing was, I was looking, because it says, if you give us your cable provider, you can get this for free, or you can get your content you want. I don't know if it was free or cheaper or something, I don't know. But our cable service, not included. We have Videotron, not included. I'm like, that's so stupid! But the other ones like Bell, Shaw, Rogers, I don't even know if Rogers, but I know Bell, Shaw, you know, what are the other ones, the American ones, not AT&T, I can picture the commercial now, because I only see it in commercials, I don't have it, I don't watch it, it's done, it's dead, anyway. Wireless, yes, but Verizon, maybe? And then there was another one. Let me look it up. American Cable Company. There you go. What are they? Infinity. Dish. That's what I'm thinking of, though. The largest cable company in America. AT&T is the largest cable company in the... Oh, no. It's because... Okay, I'm thinking... Okay. Because I looked up largest... Oh, no, sorry. I looked up American cable companies, and I got a thing with, like, who is the largest cable company in the U.S., and it's AT&T, and that's only because AT&T owns the equipment. They're not actually a cable company. Or they're not the one providing you the service. Or they're there are these third parties that buy like cables from them. I don't know how this works. Charter, Spectrum, that's the one. Infinity, Cox Communication, Frontier Communication, Mediacom. Well, I think I was thinking of Spectrum. Spectrum, Infinity, those two I think. Anyway, still. It gets to make money somehow, but I don't know. Something about it's just like, why do you have to make some weird... No, the other thing was, my dad was asking, okay, so it was Fox News. They have a streaming service called Fox Nation. And what he couldn't grasp around his head was, which I kind of explained to him, it's an American thing, you can only get it in America. And he's like, but why? I get Fox News on TV, but why can't I get it on my, like, get Fox Nation? Because he wanted to get Fox Nation. And I was like, I don't know. I get what you're saying, why can't I get it? But it's kind of dumb. I don't know. It's weird. It's bizarre. I don't like the streaming setup with all the fees. But you have to pay somehow, so it's kind of just like beggars can't be choosers. You know? I can't expect to buy like an Amazon Fire. Just have everything magically free. Like, just because you paid, what, $50, $60? I think we paid $50, $60, something like that for it. Everything on it's going to be free. No. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Because that would be a magical utopia of just like, oh, all the streaming services are just magically free. We all don't have to pay for anything at all. No paying for anything. You get it all free. It's amazing. It's fantastic. No, it's not work. Not how it works. I'm sure there are ways of doing that. Because there's ways of hacking anything. Any digital online thing. With the right tools, you know, you can hack almost anything. I'm not going to go into that, because that's a whole sketchy, weird side of it. But yeah, so. I personally think TV is dead. But I thought that like 5, 6 years ago. Like 2014. I remember distinctly, it was a Saturday in like February or something. Or was it November? Anyway, I don't remember. And it was just, my mom just was like, what's to watch? Can we watch it? And I go, there's nothing to watch. And she goes, I know, it's sad. It's just weird. We pay for so much TV. We pay for a whole TV service, right? We pay for a whole TV service. And don't use... That's the other thing. There's like 900 channels. Not 900. There's more like 200 channels. And we watch like 5. But the problem is, if you want these 5 or these 4, you have to also get these ones. Where it's like, but what happened to the selective thing? I thought we were supposed to be able to choose our channels now. Wasn't that a big thing that happened? You're allowed to choose your own channels now. It's like, no, because they still lock you with certain channels. Like, oh, you can have this, and this, or you have to pay pay more for just those 4. It's like, why? Like, just them. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes me sad. I almost want to cry sometimes. I'm like, we pay for this. For what? It's the capitalism of the world where it's like, look, I want to make money. I can make money on anything, and I can say this and make you have to pay for it. You want it, therefore you will pay for it. It's like, it's the sickness of, I don't know. It's weird, it's bad, it's bizarre. I don't like it, personally, but that's why I stopped watching TV. I just stopped watching TV. I was like, this is... But also because there's nothing on! But anyway, I'm not going to bore you people with this stuff. I could go on forever about that, because I just don't like it. It's no good. It's not good. I don't think it's good. But, what are you going to do? At least for me, I'm like, what are you going to do? They need to make money. Things aren't magically free. So, what are you going to do? Right? So. Anyway. Yeah, so. I don't know what to talk about. Put stuff in the comments below. email me if you got any questions, concerns, comments, concerns. You can chat on Discord if you want to. I got the Discord open for this. Well, for stuff in general, YouTube videos, movies, I think TV shows, animations, like cartoons, all that stuff. We talk about all that. So if you want to talk about old stuff there, you can go there to the Discord link in the description. I have a Patreon. Patreon.com/wingwong. I think both W's are capital. Let me just check. I believe both W's are capital. I'm not 100% sure. Let's make sure. Get that right. Nope, not this one. Sorry. Podcast. Yes. Wing. W-I-N-G. Capital W. Wong. W-O-N-G. Because that's my YouTube channel name. And if you ever want to know why I chose the name Wing Wong, it was because when I was about 14, I think about 14, 15, I was at a swimming thing in the summer, and a swimming pool, like a public pool, and the swim team had this really older guy. He was really obnoxious. I didn't like the guy very much. A lot of people didn't like the guy. He was a little obnoxious, but anyway. He would call one of the Asian kids Tony Wong, and I think that's an actor? Like an Asian actor? Let me look it up, just to get these facts right. Tony Wong. Tony Wong was a politician in Ontario. Not that guy. Tony Wong, actor. Anthony Wong Chu Sung, born Anthony William Perry, known professionally as Anthony Wong, is a Hong Kong actor who is perhaps best known in the West for his roles in the 1992 action film Hard Boiled. Okay, maybe it's that guy. I don't know, but it was apparently an actor. I was told. My dad told me, I was like, "Oh, it's an actor." Oh, okay. Anyway, and then I just liked the name Tony Wong, because the way he would say it too, he'd be like, Tony Wong. It's Tony Wong. And I was like, wow, that's obnoxious. But anyway, yeah. So it was that, and that's why I chose Wing Wong. And I Wing Wong just kind of popped into my head. I was like, oh, Wing Wong from Tony Wong. I associated Tony Wong, Wing Wong, and I took it, and boom. So, well, also because I think I mistook it for Wing Wong. You mean Wing Wong? Wing Wong. I don't know. I like that name. So, yes, there's a Discord, there's a Patreon, there's emails. It's tacoimposters@gmail.com. tacoimposters@gmail.com. And then you got Discord, and then you got Patreon. Yeah, so. Got any questions, concerns, comments, concerns? Do anything. Tell me what you had for dinner last night if you want. I don't care. I'd love to. But yes, there's that. So, I think that'll be it for now, guys. So, well, I don't know what to do on Patreon either. So if you have suggestions on what I should do for what tiers and what amount, how much, then yeah, maybe. But tell me in the comments, or email it to me. I don't know. But yeah, so I think that'll be it for now, guys. So adios, mi amigos.